Now, you may think that us Brits eat nothing but roast dinners.
But today we are doing exactly that.
Right, yeah. Come join us as we make a roast dinner. Welcome to the Stephen and Claire kitchen.
Yes, welcome. If there's one thing us Brits are famous for, it's cooking
a roast dinner, which consists of meat, although not for you, because you're vegetarian.
No.
Roast potatoes, roast parsnips.
Carrots.
Are we going to do roast carrots or? This is a bone of contention in our house.
No, we're actually going to do minty carrots.
Oh, your father's special recipe.
Yep.
And we're going to do a cauliflower cheese, broccoli cheese.
We're doing a broccoli cheese.
Brought out all the special equipment for you today. Camping table, sturdy work environment, isn't it? Let's begin.
So you tell everybody about the traditions and I will start cutting up the potatoes.
So, definitely not on the Wikipedia page. There are two historical points of the origins of the modern Sunday roast. In the late 1700s, the families would place a cut of meat in the oven as they got ready for church, and then when they came back from church, they would put the vegetables in the oven. It is a British staple across the whole of the UK. Just about everybody, we don't, but just about everybody has a Sunday roast. The humble potato. Two types of potatoes are best for roast potatoes, in my opinion.
I think you're wrong, but...
Not these. These are called Golden Kings, which I think is some sort of trademark. But you like carrots, don't you? We'll get some carrots. The best roasting potatoes are either King Edward's or Maris Piper's. We have neither, so this is already off to a bad start.
We're going to leave the skin on our roast potatoes.
We're not.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not. You got to peel them. Roast potatoes we cook very differently.
They're nicer if you leave the skin on.
While you're doing that, I'm going to peel some parsnips.
Yeah, make yourself useful.
Traditionally, a Sunday roast will consist of either Sunday beef, roast beef, lamb, chicken, occasionally game birds as well, so partridge or pheasant.
What about pork?
Or pork, yeah, you could have pork.
Now, I'm going to give this tin to you because we have very different ways of roasting potatoes.
Yes, so the only way to roast a potato, you don't need to pre-boil it or parboil it or fry it or anything like that.
They are quicker if you do parboil.
You find a block of solid vegetable oil called crisp and dry. It's the best for roast potatoes.
I just use vegetable oil.
Why didn't we get a bigger table?
I don't know.
I'm just gonna
You need
balance
to put
that there.
I meant put some oil in there so that we can then...
The oven's on.
Because the oven is on.
We are good. We are cooking on gas or electric.
At this rate, we're not actually going to get a roast dinner.
I'm telling everyone the facts. Oh, I dropped a knife. Jesus. Those pigs are very noisy. We've got a 250 gram block. I'd say about a fifth of it will be fine for the potatoes. So generally they'll take 45 minutes to cook, depending on the size of the potatoes.
We have got parsnip batons.
Yep. Parsnip chunks, chonkos. We are peeling the parsnips. I'm not sure why we're not peeling the potatoes, but...
We are actually cooking for 4 people.
I'm going to check how long the chicken takes.
Yeah, I would.
So we have beautifully prepared, let's see on the second camera, beautifully prepared, butter basted British. There's a lot of alliteration going on. And hour 15, so that should probably go in first.
Yes, put that in right now. We were meant to have lunch at 2 o'clock, it's now 2:16.
Cook for 55 minutes in the middle shelf. Right, 50 minutes everyone. Make sure you tell me when they're done.
So there are also different things that you're meant to have with a roast dinner. So, chicken is meant to be served with stuffing.
Accompaniments, yes. Pork.
With apple sauce.
Yes. Beef can be with English mustard. That's yellow mustard, but really quite spicy.
Nothing gets wasted in our house because I'm about to give these to the piggies.
All of them? Blimey.
So for the special carrots, you want to chop them up into little circles.
Minty carrots.
Minty carrots, yeah. They sound disgusting, but they are really nice.
They are really nice. I've tried them as well.
You put just enough water to cover them, pinch of salt, a little bit of sugar, You want 2 knobs of butter, so lots of butter. And then you put your mint in. And then you have to just let them boil without the lid on until all the water has evaporated.
It's generally about 20 minutes or so, isn't it?
Yeah, they do take quite a while.
Yeah.
So let all the water evaporate. Okay, so now all the veg is prepped. I will quickly do up a Yorkshire pudding batter, and then you can join us in about 15 minutes time for when we put the spuds in.
Yeah, coffee time.
It's coffee time because we have my parents over and we said that this was going to be a lunchtime roast dinner, and it is currently 2:30. So by the time we eat, it's probably going to be about 4 o'clock. But while Stephen is making coffee, I am going to crack on with the Yorkshire pudding mix. Because like I said, it needs to rest.
I'll try not to make too much noise over it.
No. So the best
Apologies
way
in advance.
of making Yorkshire puddings is just even amounts of milk, flour and 1 egg. So I always judge it
At egg.
at egg. I always judge
Thanks.
it with a mug. You want to whisk it together.
I'm making a latte. Oh, look at that. Lovely.
And you want to really, hello Tads, really mix it well until all the lumps are gone.
You lost the coffee then.
And you want to add a pinch of salt and a pinch of pepper and let it rest. The other important thing with Yorkshire puddings is to put the fat in the tray and then heat the fat up in the tray
So it's hot.
so that it's really hot, otherwise you get a soggy bottom.
And nobody wants a soggy bottom.
No, and
Someone found that funny.
you get a very soggy bottom, and also do not, once your Yorkshire puddings are in the oven, under no circumstances open the oven door, because otherwise your nicely risen Yorkshire puddings are going to go
Yeah.
and deflate, and then they won't be very nice. They'll be like pancakes.
It's a lovely coffee. Shame it's not mine.
Busted!
So I think it is time for our spuds to go in.
Yeah?
Now where are the spuds? Spuds are there.
On the tray.
So let's get the hot oil.
Hot oil.
Hot, crisp and dry. Solid, but no longer solid, vegetable oil. So we've got a nice oily pan. Let's plonk off.
Do be careful. You want that nice sizzle.
So throughout the process of this, you want to be basting your spuds to make sure that oil kind of covers over the top of them. Generous amount of seasoning there. And some salt. Give them a good shake. So these will probably take about 45 minutes, but again, you can just check them with a fork. So, spuds are in.
So join us in about half an hour when we'll put everything else on.
See you in half an hour. Come and see my potatoes.
I'm eating a biscuit.
Well, you're always eating. We're going to have dinner in a minute.
Well, yeah, but I'm hungry.
Always eating. See, they're browning up. You didn't think they're cooking time.
No, I didn't. A few minutes and then
Yeah.
the parsnips are going in.
Cooking nicely. Not for you, dog. Not for you. Back in the oven, there you go. We've got a top 30 list of the things that Brits do on their Sunday, on their day off.
We're not going to do all 30 of them, are we?
Well, we'll run through the most entertaining and exciting ones. Number 1, roast dinner. Yeah, that's what we're doing here, yeah. Number 2 is go for a walk. Quite nice. We like to be out in the British countryside, don't we? Watch a film on TV, clean the house. That's pretty boring.
I did that this morning, clean the house.
That's true, you did.
I'd never towel right now, but I did.
Number 17 is wash the car.
You do that any day.
I would do that any day. I haven't done that for a while.
You haven't. The cars are looking disgusting.
Maybe I should abandon this and do a video about washing cars.
I think we should just abandon this video. I think most people have abandoned this video.
You're full on biscuits now, so you're all good.
Yeah.
Number 18, go to the pub. That's a very British thing, isn't it?
That is.
You could do number 18 and number 1, go to the pub and have a
Roast dinner.
carvery.
A carvery.
Yeah, a carvery. That's a very British thing, isn't it?
Now, do you American people,
That'd be
American
interesting.
and everybody else that's watching, that's not in the UK.
Are you aware of the concept of the carvery?
Well, do you have carveries where you're from?
Number 23, which is very British, recover from a hangover.
That is very British.
Yeah, so Saturday night, you go out and get smashed, get bladdered,
And on the talking of hangovers, if you have not yet watched How Beer is Brewed,
Oh yeah.
I suggest you do. Whilst you're telling everybody 30 reasons of Sundays.
Good idea. I shall quickly finish my list and then I'll help in whatever way I can.
I'm gonna just put some oil in here, just to...
25, go to church.
What?
Not so many people do that anymore,
No.
but it's still a popular thing. And number 30 for some reason is do yoga.
Do yoga? Who does yoga on a Sunday?
So, what do you need to do?
So I've just put some... Oops. Popped some oil in the pan.
Yeah. 392 Fahrenheit, so make sure your oven is heated up to 392 degrees Fahrenheit.
But you can put your tin in there before it heats up. Nobody needs to
Because
heat
it will
up
be
an oven.
heating up. Yeah.
Oh, we need to do broccoli cauliflower cheese. Broccoli in a pot. Water. So that's just going to boil away. And we're going to put some cheese sauce on it.
Oh, is that all it is then? You just boil the broccoli and then add some cheese sauce to it? And then
Boil
put
the
it in oven?
broccoli, cheese sauce in the oven under the grill.
How long for? 20 minutes? 200 degrees?
Probably.
Yeah. Everything's
Until
200
the
degrees,
cheese
20 minutes.
melts and goes nice and brown on the top. You can put cauliflower in it, but cauliflower's disgusting, so I wouldn't. Now, the one thing with your carrots, once the water starts to evaporate,
Yep.
you really need to keep an eye on them and keep stirring
Which we
them,
haven't been doing.
or they will stick to the bottom.
Would covering it help to kind of steam
No.
it a little? No, okay.
Never cover your carrots.
I'm off. My suggestion's rubbish.
Yeah.
This always happens. The most crucial stage of the carrots and you've abandoned me.
Yep.
Actually, you're setting the table.
I'm
so-
setting the table.
Yeah,
I'm getting
lay
the
it
wine
on.
glasses ready.
The key ingredients to a roast dinner.
Is mine.
Chianti Classico. Do you know how it is how you can tell it's a Chianti Classico?
You talking to me? You talking to me or are you talking to the
talking to me? Do you know how you can tell that this is a Chianti Classico?
No, how can you tell?
Black cock.
That's just rude.
We've been doing some research
Have we?
onto, well I have, I've been doing some research into some more of the origins of the roast dinner. So back in the time of Henry VIII, the kind of Tudor period,
Yeah.
the British ate a lot of meat. Certainly the royalty, and it was.
I forgot to put the pepper in.
Oh, okay. It was usually the meat was usually kind of big cuts of meat, kind of roasted over a fire, and you'd have the old great hall with the open fire, and everything would be cooked there. And it became more and more popular, and eventually the British got a nickname from the French. Do you want to guess what that was? Because we ate a lot of roast beef.
Beefies.
Nope. Although there are beef eaters who were
Cows.
roast beef. Roast beef.
We were just known as roast beef.
Yeah, we were known as roast beef or roast beef. The French
Apart
called
from
us roast beef.
vegetarians, what were they known as?
There were no vegetarians back in the Tudor period. This is something. It's all a new thing that you're doing. That mixed up enough?
Yeah.
Right, I reckon parsnips are going to go in.
Now we're going to add the parsnips as well.
Add the parsnips. I'm going to go and grab some crisp and dry and add that on top as well.
You could put these in a separate pan. I expect we're going to get comments about us overfilling the pan. But as long as it cooks, it's all good.
It's all good.
It's all gravy.
So these will probably have another 20 minutes or so.
Actually, before we do that, the broccoli is done. So we're going to drain the broccoli.
Broccoli's done. Wow, that was fast. I guess it does only take about 5 minutes or so.
We're going to put our pre-made,
Bechamel.
pre-homemade white sauce into the broccoli. Now the broccoli cheese is going to go in here.
Plop. Plop. Ooh, yeah. That looks fantastic.
So whilst you're basting your chicken, I'm going to put the broccoli cheese in the oven.
Careful.
Can't see.
Colin wearing glasses.
Okay,
Excellent.
there's your chicken.
Fantastic, thank you. So what we've got here is a boil in the bag chicken.
A roast in the bag. Boil in the bag makes it sound disgusting.
Yeah, boil in the bag chicken. A roast in the bag chicken. Traditionally, you'd put it in a big baking tray. Traditionally, you put it in a big baking tray and cover it with tin foil. So this is just the same thing. It keeps it nice and moist. Oh, it smells so good. I wish you had smell-o-vision. Oh, yes. Hello, Mr. Bird. You're going to be basted.
It does look nice.
It looks nice. It smells nice. You can't really go wrong with a roast in the bag chicken. And that will probably now just cook for the remainder of the 15 minutes or so. Marvellous. Bye bye birdie.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
just about.
Just
Excellent.
about, okay.
I'm going to baste these as well quickly.
Okay, we're also going to baste our spuds.
There's a lot of basting going on.
And I'm going to add some hot water to our stuffing.
And you thought the potatoes weren't going to cook in time.
No, I didn't. So now you've got your stuffing mix, we're going to just make them into little balls.
So this is a traditional accompaniment. It's like scooping ice cream.
Yeah, couldn't
Oh,
it?
that one didn't work very well. Just one cornell, give it to me. Wonderful stuffing
No, you won't want a
from
ball.
Somerset. Oh,
You don't want a ball, will you?
no. See, I don't like stuffing. Tell you what we need.
What?
A camera crew.
Bigger kitchen, yeah, we do.
And a bigger kitchen, yeah.
So then your stuffing balls go straight in the oven,
On the lid of a Pyrex dish.
on the lid of a Pyrex dish, and then they just cook for about 15 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes, just
Everything's
with the
15 to
instructions.
20 minutes, brilliant.
And now we're going to put the Yorkshire puddings in.
Ooh.
So I forgot about this.
Ooh.
Now the oil is nice and hot. You want that nice sizzle.
Why are you putting in that one first?
I don't know. I thought it was going to sizzle more than it did, and it didn't.
We'll add it in. There we go. We make our own sound effects as well. We film it, we cook it,
We eat it.
we eat it, we edit it, we add our own sound effects.
They go in the oven.
Bye-bye Yorkshire puddings.
Now
And they
we-
will be sealed.
Shut the oven, and we are not going to open the oven again until they're done.
They should rise nicely.
Hopefully. Okay, so join us in about 15 minutes when we make some gravy.
So, you know, most people in this country use gravy granules. This is gravy powder. This is gravy granules. So, 4 5mm spoons, not 5 4mm spoons. Actually 5 4mm spoons. Watch and learn.
This is the last step. Everything else is done.
This doesn't take long now.
We hope.
We are running out.
We hope the
Well,
chicken is done.
I'd say that's probably about 4 5mm spoons, 2 10mm spoons.
Yeah.
Okay, so you create a paste with cold water, little bit of cold water, and you mix vigorously.
Come on, everything's done.
Plop it in there.
Just shop in a minute.
There we go.
I mean, that looks disgusting.
So, I'm going to add our cold water to it. Very runny, so we need to put it on heat and wait for it to thicken up a bit. Not bad.
We're looking good.
I think we are.
Do you think we can start dishing up?
Da 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 da.
You have to now carve that.
Have you ever seen a chicken so delightful? I do need to carve it. Stick it up its bottom. Like so. Delicate procedure, I'm sorry mate. Should have got to know you a bit first.
Where are you going to put it to?
On the floor
Might
probably.
you get a knife as well?
Yeah, it might need to be. You can't stick a knife up its bum. That's its head actually. Alrighty. That's the chicken.
So this chicken is a 2-person job.
There.
Oh, but it's perfectly
Are you checking?
cooked.
Yeah, you're checking it's cooked.
It's
Good.
not pink, which is good. We don't want to kill anybody off.
We do not. And we are approaching the end of our roast dinner voyage.
We are, so we're just going to plate it up for you.
Yeah. Do a bit of carving, do a bit of plating, do a bit of eating, and then we'll enjoy.
You're butchering it.
I'm under pressure.
This poor chicken died to be butchered by you.
Now's probably a good time to say that if you've enjoyed our video, then make sure that you hit the like button
Hit the subscribe button.
and share it with your friends, because I think a lot of people find this quite interesting to see how we make our traditional Well, our kind of British staple
Our
dish.
British roast dinner. And thank you very much for getting this far through the video. Ow! God, the bottom of that was hot.
Sorry. Well, all plated. Looks delicious. I'm sure it tastes delicious.
Now, let's go and eat.
Yum, yum, yum.
Bye.
I realise you're busy, but we need to cheers the wine, my dear. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. And we've actually got organic carrots as well,
We have.
because they were on offer.
With greenery on that we can give to the guinea pigs. That's why they're being noisy.
Right. And actually the dog eats carrots as well, so.
Yeah.
Feast for all the pets. Now you might think you know the traditional. A roast dinner is a time for a family to come together on a Sunday, the day of rest. You like that, don't
I was gonna say, are you talking whilst I've got my bum in the air?
Yep, day of rest. Rest and recuperation.
A day to eat raw parsnip. Our way of roast dinnering.
Our way.
Our way.
And we still disagree.
Once the water starts to evaporate. Once the water starts to evaporate.
Yep.
Unflattering.
Yeah. Quite shut.
Oh no, that's really unflattering.
Yeah, but we can't,
Well,
can't do anything
well,
about it.
we'll crop it in when we edit it because it's really unflattering.
Make sure your flies around.
Exactly. That's what I was checking.
Okay. England was quite a religious country, and on Sundays you'd have your church service. What are you doing? Yeah, it's coming from the garage. We haven't referenced this yet. This is our special kitchen island. Very secure. About
We
the
need
origins.
to make it a bit quicker. At the moment, we're like 5 minutes in, and
Yeah, because we'll edit it out. Cooking with salt. Sorry, Mum. We aren't actually washing our vegetables. Sorry, Mum. Because they're going in an oven for 200 degrees for half an hour.
a
so any
bit of
bacteria.
dirt never hurt anyone.
Absolutely. There's a huge egg shortage in the UK.
I think we'll bring up the egg shortage.
Don't bring up the egg shortage. I mean, we're filming this in February. By the time
We're actually
you're watching.
We're filming this in March.
Oh yeah, it's March, isn't it? It's March the 1st. Tomorrow's my birthday.
There's a bowl for scraps, and you put the peelings all over the potatoes.
You've hidden my gravy,
I
actually.
haven't hidden your gravy.
Yeah, you have. There's nothing in it. Where is it?
I haven't touched your gravy.
Well, that's where gravy lives, and it's not there. So. Where's the gravy gone?
I actually don't know where the gravy has gone.
Oh, there we go. By the coffee, of course. Oh, maybe that's 2 bags. Right, gravy. She has hidden it. We don't put it back there. Where's my little milk thing?
Oh, in the dishwasher. Sorry.
We're fancy. We have a dishwasher. My old house didn't have a dishwasher.
No, I was the dishwasher. You want to whisk it together.
I'm making a latte. Hello, dog.
Some sugar.
We have an intruder.
How much sugar do you put in the carrot? Bit more water, I'm being told.
He's the expert. Generous amount of the Italian. What are you doing, groping me? Jesus. Abuse in the workplace. Ba-dum. There we go. Let's submerge that. Drown. Die.
Now, we've already pre-made our white sauce already. So we're just going to add some cheese into it to make it a cheese sauce.
We've pre-made it and we've jarred it as well and sealed it. Shh. Shh. And our nickname is Tesco. It's cremated.
Yes.
Your Kiev's cremated.
My Kiev is cremated.
It's not supposed to be that colour.
No, I bet it's got a rock hard bottom as well. You cremated my Kiev.
What?
Just everything.
Oops. Oops.